matchup on tap here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Play fake. Murray. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. The Saints at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Now Murray again. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The Lions move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit. Had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Cowboys are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to home and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Black Ultra. 6, Mega. Charles Ray.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
He was out there waving his arms. When you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
On play action, it's Murray. From the pylon, caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Okay, right?
They go play action here on 1st down. It's brought in by Harris. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games, because here we get two division leaders.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Murray going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught by Tate. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Murray now on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray flush to his right. And he will slide down with a good gain. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Saints' 1st down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Throwing on 1st down is Murray, sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. This is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be sterner with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, no defense. Hey.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys access to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ridder for the third time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl quarterback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about... And a loose football!
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On play action, they'll throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, Martin, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Extra point right down the middle, and it is 28-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going?
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and putting the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one.
Touchdown, Saints! John Ross, 27 yards. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the round is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. Touchdown, Cowboys!
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row, we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A final shot before half for Murray. Going right inside here, and that's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They're going to try and throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Back to throw again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
first and 10. Here's Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Come on.
To try again after the sack. Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out.
Here we go. Back.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. Touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Throwing again on second down. Murray. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Murray now. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Play action. Now it's Murray. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
After the sack on first down, Murray, this is caught. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be a third and about 13. They'll look to throw. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. Room here to run. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Murray rolling to it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Back to throw it, Murray. Open man downfield, it's Ross, he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now we'll get whistles, and they signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Murray now on 1st down. Going deep downfield.